This is Damon Stevens, and today is Wednesday, July 7th, 2021. And this is a stock market update on stocks we're trading. And oh my goodness, the scanner continues to perform well for us, and the stock market just continues to rock and roll. So hopefully you're all benefiting from that. Hopefully you're all trading well and booking your profits along the way. So let's get into it and show you what's going on in the market and see what we can find for tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, FinWealth Live, so you can continue getting updates and let us have some comments on our videos so we can improve them and make sure that they're providing some value to you. They definitely provide value to us every day as we trade these charts. So let's get right into the next here. Oh, you know what? Excuse me here for a second, but I just noticed that my VIX or my FinViz is gone. So let me load that up real quick, and we're going to do this real time. So you're going to see some real time corrections here. Every once in a while this happens, so just go with it. So here's FinViz. So here's an update on the market. So the Dow Jones was up 0.3%, NASDAQ up 0.01, S&P 500 0.34. So you can see that it was pretty well flat. And so if you want to look at the heat index, this is the heat map right here. You can see that overall the market was very green. So the market was doing well today, pretty well flat in my mind, but you can see that there's definitely some movement. There's a little bit of weakness in some of the tech stocks, and energy was weak today, but overall the FANG stocks continue to play out well. You can see Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon all continue to perform well today. Tesla was down. We'll talk about that one when we get to it again. We talk about that one pretty much every day. So let's get into it. So on the scanner, the big one for today was NEGG, and boy, what a amazing trade today. So let's talk about that one. So NEGG gave us a pretty good warning right early on, and if you missed the early warning on the scanner, it didn't matter. It still gave you plenty of time to get into this trade. So you can see here out on the open, we're here at $20, $21, $22, and we have a high up here of $79. So holy cow, what a ripping stock. And so you can see here, the scanner hit about $40. You could have got in there, and then it just ripped right up here to a high of $72. Pulled back down from $72 down to about $46. So it let you back in, and then rip to the upside. So if you were afraid to get in here at the highs and you got out and booked some profits, or you missed the trade altogether, and when it pulled back down here to the 5, it found support here on the 5 EMA, and that allowed you to have entry in. You could have got here at the bottom if you wanted to grab it off the moving average, or if you wanted to wait for it to come to this top right here of the last candle, you could have got in here as well. Still, that was $62, back up to a rip roaring $80 almost. So there's money to be made on this trade, regardless where it was at. And then, towards the end of the day, it pulled back here. You can see it retraced this last candle about 50%, which we talk about this on every meeting. There's a retracement that happens on stocks, and so you got to look for that. And so we look for a little bit of pullback, but we're above all the moving averages. Looking at to see what this can do tomorrow. It could either way pull back and do a full retracement down to somewhere around between $40 and $50 range, or if it finds support here at the 20, it would be around $50. Or if it, decides it wants to rip up, this could go to 100 tomorrow. Just be careful on this one. Make sure you can get in and out of it. Make sure you're booking profits along the way so that you're not holding it. You don't want to bag this one and hold on to it and then drive it all the way down and actually lose a lot of money. So if you're in this trade or you got a part of it today, congratulations, because it was a winner for sure, and it was right off the scanner. So everybody had it available to them because the scanner's for free. So CARB, CARB. So this one is not on the scanner. This did pull up on my radar though. So you can see here that it gave you a nice run up to $12, almost $13. and then had a nice pullback, almost down to where it started this morning. I want to watch this tomorrow morning. I'm going to look at this first thing in the morning and see if this is going to give us another opportunity tomorrow. So if you're interested, this is one I'm looking at tomorrow. See if it can pull back up here and give us another run towards that $12, $13 or maybe even higher. So this is on my radar tomorrow. BTU. This one also had a nice little rip up here from $8 up to $10. That's $2, but on a small price stock, I mean, all I need is 50 cents or $1 on this. So good trade. Pull back a little bit. At the end of the day, I'm going to look to see if this one again will either consolidate and pull back up and run up, and we're looking at probably a price target of at least $11.20. If it pulls back, it could pull back clear down to the 20 here or lower around the $9.30, $9.20 range and find support, or it could pull all the way back down like I just showed you on the other chart, where it can pull back all the way down to back to where it started. So just to be safe out there, keep an eye on that. SQBG, so this one was the one that hit the scanner the other day that we traded, and you'd see for today, it pretty much tried to spike up. It pretty much pulled back, not a trade today because it was below the moving averages. One just to watch. I do like that it curled up here at the end of the day. So this is a positive sign. It's above the 200 moving average. I love it when it curls back up, because that means it could continue to start to move back up again. So we have our marks at 1561, 2118, and 2412 as possibilities. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and if it breaks the 200, it's off the list. ALAC was the one that we traded as well. This one again, when a parabolic, pretty much $22 to $43. Pull back, give you a chance to get back in at $32 on the 20 moving average, back to 40. And you can see it's kind of consolidated here. I mean, you could have grabbed this, $30 to $40 here, so you at least get $2 or $3 off of this trade today. But it's consolidating, so it's on the list. It's above the moving averages. We want to see this will pop back up towards 43 to the highs, or maybe even higher to 46. So that's on our watch list. BLIN, we traded this for a few days. So we had a chance here back on the 30th was the first time to get into this stock. Went ripping from $3 up to $14, back down. We're about down to 8. So that's about a 50% retracement. Watching it is below the moving averages, which is a little concerning, but it's above the 200. I got some price marks out here that we're looking at as far as trading this. So we'll see what it does in the morning, see if it can find support. If it drops below the 200, it's out. If it stays above there, then we'll continue to monitor that and see if that gives us a trade. MRN, again, this is a multi-day trade. So hopefully you caught either the first run up here to 20 or to 25 or to 27. But you can see that it pulled back here for the day. So it was a day of resting for this stock, consolidation. The low was 1740 and the high was 19. So, I mean, you could have traded it. But my attention was on other stocks. So I did not trade this today, but it is on the radar. It's on the list. We watch it. As soon as it gets above these moving averages, if it can curl back up there, then it'll be back on our trading list here. But for right now, it's just on the watch list. AAUD, we talked about this one again. We just gave you quite a few chances to get in here. Everywhere from $6 up to $8, back to $6.50, back up to $7.75, $8.40, and then it's pulled back down. It's almost pulled back down, almost below where it started. So going to keep an eye on this one, see if it can curl back up. This one I think is going to go off the list because I don't like where it's coming. You can see I have these, the Fibonacci green is the Fibonacci positive levels, breakout levels, and here's the breakdown levels. And it's hovering right down to these breakdown levels, which I don't like to see. So this may come off the list, but we'll watch it, see if it can repair itself to become tradable for us again. NVIDIA, we talked about this one multiple days. Again, rips to the upside, high tech stock, strong stock. We talked about yesterday also that, at some point this has got to pull back a little bit and do retracement. It hasn't really done a retracement, not even 50%. It hasn't pulled back to the 20. So that's really strong, very bullish. It could keep running. We talked about also this could, potentially reach 900. But you see we had a day of rest finally here. We're pulled back, sitting on the 5, so it's above all the moving averages. So it's, if stock doesn't rest, usually the move down is like an elevator, as they say. I mean, it would drop down, 100 points, 150 points, and then reset 50% and then start to move back up again, hopefully. But yeah, it's resting a little bit. That's a good thing. We'll see if it can continue to pull up for us, but big, strong stock. Apple, again, we've been talking about this multiple days, continues to run the upside. That's why you see the S&P 500 continue to run up. The Triple Qs are running up. NASDAQ's running up. So all Apple's helping to drive all that up there. So you can see that it continues to add a kind of resting, kind of flat, have a little bit of consolidation going on here. And I didn't mark that out on the chart. I'll put it out here just so you can kind of see, visualize it in your mind, what's going on. But we have a little bit of a channel here forming of consolidation. You see that it pulled in here, pulled back, and now it's kind of up here. It's striding towards that top. It's got to break up if we want to get the new high. So we'll see if it can do that. It had one little failure here, so we'll just keep an eye on this. But it's this is all bullish momentum. Tesla, we talked about this one almost every day. Always provides opportunity. Even today it would have, but not trading this. Like I said, I'm not trading this until it gets back over 700 or drops down below into a range or closer to the 200 moving average. And so you can see why, at least for, from this chart, here's our trend line. We broke out of it. We were looking at going to 700 and break out from here to 770. It failed, consolidated here for a while, and now we've broken down below that support, down below the 50 now, and have another support line drawn out here at 624, 625, and a few others below that before you hit the 200. We'll see if it can get support and bounce off that and try to get bullish again. But it's right now it's pulling back, and you can see low volume here on the average. So just continue to monitor that one. If you shorted it, you can short this thing. You can see that we, our day here, we had that's where the failure happened. So here's today, 665.70 down to 642. So I mean, $20, right? You could do this, $10, $20 every day. You want to short that. I just have not focused on that for right now, but it stays on my list because it's been very profitable and continue will be in the future. Facebook, again, bullish, but we're consolidating here in this little channel. I had talked about this breakup candle the other day that we could retrace it. We should retrace about 50% of it, pull right back up to it, try to break through again, failed, we're retracing back again. So we're just consolidating right here until we get enough energy to either break up through this level or we're going to break down. So we'll continue monitoring that. Google, again, talked about this multiple days. Nice strong run here. I'll back it out here so you can see. Nice bullish run. Try to break out, pull back to resistance here. So this could, if this finds supports here, we could start to climb again. And the next goal would be to get to around 2640 and then 2680. If we pull back, here's a line in the sand I have here at 2496. Amazon we talked about as well, several days. Talked about this big rip up here. Talked about yesterday how we had this big, huge breakup candle that this, you gotta be careful with this one because it didn't have a retracement on this big candle, which, is going to happen at some point. But for right now, today, it continued to pull back up, tried to run back up, came back. It's obviously because it closed here. We got support here now at this 3676 level, and this could continue to run up. We'll see tomorrow. But this is one candle, so if it has another candle that breaks this line and closes, we'll start to retrace this candle, probably either half or more of it. But if it doesn't break the line, the next level's up, 3760, 3780, and it'll just continue to rip higher. BDR, I talked about this. I added this to the list last night. I said I think it could possibly try to move up towards this $2 range. It ran to 185, pulled back, and it's consolidated, and it was at 151 when I did my video last night. And you can see we got to 170. It pulled back to 165 is where it's at right now. So 10, you could have got 15 cents on it, 20 cents on the run today. Again, some of these smaller, trying to get stocks that are small caps, that are lower cost for, new traders who don't have large accounts. And then I have the big stocks, like at Amazon, that, a small trader is not going to be in with a small account good because it won't go anywhere. It has to move several points to get anything. So trying to do a mixed, hopefully it helps you guys out. hopefully you're staying safe in your trades and taking profits. Bitcoin, talked about this. This remains on my list as well. We had this breakdown and consolidation right here. So I told you I wasn't going to trade this unless you got above 37,000 or down below 30,000. So still waiting for it to do something. It just continues to consolidate here. So just keep an eye on it. Ethereum broke down a little bit here. It had a nice little bullish start here, and then it kind of pulled back to support here. It's still above the 200. Until Bitcoin gets a decision here to move forward or pull back enough to get buyers back in, we'll just continue to monitor it. Dogecoin, same thing. We talked about Dogecoin, and same thing, consolidating. It's about the 200, so we'll just continue to watch that. The dollar continues to go up. Again, I'm going to get concerned, that this could start impacting the market if this gets above this 93 and holds. You can see they hit it back here. A nice pullback to 89. Now we're running right back up here. So we're above that 200, above all the moving averages. So very bullish momentum right now on the dollar. The VIX is staying down here low. So, it's down around 16. So that's good. If it starts to bounce up here, then we'll look for this S&P 500 and the Dow Jones to start pulling back, or not the Dow Jones, but the NASDAQ to pull back. So just keep an eye on that and make sure you're watching for it to pull back here. SPY, so this is the trend line. You can see nice and tight, continues to run up to try new highs. Triple Qs up, new highs, still in the channel as well. Semiconductors, we talked about this, that we had this big run up, breakout up here, pull back to support, looked like it tried to rally again, hit the top of this candle, pull back again. Now we pull back here all the way down this breakup candle here, back to support on the 20. So we'll either find support and we'll break up here, or if we don't, we'll start to break down to the 50. So hopefully it can hold that support level and break back up here above these resistance lines. So IWM, so Russell 2000, these are small caps. You can see most of the small caps are pulling back, but we're still finding trades, one-offs every day. So, I wouldn't be trading IWM, which is the index fund for the small caps, but I will trade the individuals, especially when they hit the scanners like they are every day. So, we are seeing a pullback here below the 50, going towards the 100. You can see that we had support on the 100 here. It pulled not quite to the 100 here, and we got it, almost to the 100 here. So we'll see if this holds and continues to give us a strong run here. But it's right now a little nervous that this is pulling back here. So we'll see if it can get some support here soon. Financials, again, told you we broke out to the second trend line. So I drew in this second trend line, over a week ago here, and you see that it's staying on there. It just pulled back today and hit support here. As long as this doesn't break this line, we're staying in this trend, we can, start to become bullish and remain bullish and start to pull back up. But if we break this trend line, watch out, because this is the financial sector that could have roll over to some other areas as well. And we might roll down to this 100. So I got the lines on here just so you can kind of visualize it in your mind, kind of what it's doing, where it's going, where the support resistance are, so that you can make, better decisions on your trades. Gold, we talked about this as well. It's trying to get back to bullish momentum here, and it's trying, and it's got good week worth of drive here. So we'll see if it can get back up there, above those 1800s and rally back up. Silver, it's pulled back a little bit. It's below the moving averages. As long as we can find support here on these prior lines here on this breakup candle we had, we should be able to start to trace back up this whole breakdown candle that we had here. So we'll watch silver and see what it can do. I know that covered a lot of different trading options, whether it's crypto, whether you're doing the index funds, whether you're doing small caps. You pretty much covered it all. So hopefully you got some trade ideas out of this, and hopefully you can be successful this week and going forward. Make sure you book profits along the way. Just know that we are heavily, we're in a bullish market right now, but there could be a pullback. Like I said, on some of these stocks, when they go parabolic so long, there's got to be a retracement at some point. So just be aware of that. That's why I always tell you book profits. Stay safe out there, and good luck in your trades tomorrow. And again, subscribe to our channel so we can continue bringing these videos to you. Everybody have a great night.